no problem. Allow me. Shall we wait for others to join or? I think Griff won't join this meeting. He said he was busy. Do you know about the others, Lauren?
Ashley hasn't been feeling well, so I don't think she's going to be coming.
And Peach, he said he comes a little bit late.
Okay.
Okay, if the streaming is okay, we can start. Let's start with a intro question. What are you feeling today? Intentions, distractions. I have a little bit distractions right now, but I'm trying to be here, and I feel very good. I pass to Mohammed.
Hey guys, my intention is to demo some integrations that we had on Trace with third-party services, and I have no distraction for now. I pass it to Amin.
Hi, I'm a little tired, not little, more tired. I'm working from morning soon. Yeah, my intention is to see how is the state of the use Trace. Last 2 days I wasn't so much in the use Trace, and there's we're working, and Monique are working very hard to make a release. Yeah, I pass it to.
Hi everyone. In this session, I'm going to demo onboard.js for MetaMask and Torus, but the networks are a little slower right now. I don't know why, but I'm trying to demo it. Thank you. I will pass it to Monique.
Lauren, actually.
Laura.
Hey guys. Yeah, my intentions are just to see where we're at, and then maybe finalize a day this week for when we determine to launch Trace. Maybe tomorrow, depending on what you guys think. And yeah, so then just otherwise to see where we're at. My distraction is I'm a little bit distracted right now because this week I'm going to Europe for ECC, and so I'm trying to plan at the same time, and it's kind of taking part of my brain out. And I pass back to Monique.
Very well, good for you. Hope we'll join you in next year. Next year, July, every day it's, you have this conference or not?
I'm not really sure. This is my first time ever going to an Ethereum conference, so. But Griff would know, you should ask him.
Yeah. Me, Mohammed, Ramin, and Amin are, totally on the same page about what we did and, what's our plan for the next sprint. But I think just because we have you, I would love to show you the recent updates and the difference between the, the development version that we have now that has onboard.js and Torus wallet, and the live version that we might have tomorrow with this option or not. We decided that just gets more sure about the Torus wallet, and do not release it in tomorrow for launch, and do lots of more testing. But we love we love to show you these recent changes that we have on onboard.js, and you communication guys decide that because it might have a bad UX, we need your opinions to decide that can we put it in the production for the launch or not. We as a team think that we have to make sure about it more and let's not release it. But I appreciate if Rami can show all the changes that we have during these 2 sprints. We changed lots of things during this sprint in front end, and it's on development. Thank you.
Let me share my screen. Do you have my screen?
He has not joined. Let's ping him.
I have it.
Yeah, I see your screen.
Me too.
Do you have my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, we implemented onboard.js and right now it's on develop and the first time user logs in, the onboard.js asks the user to select a wallet, and after the initial choice of the user, it will remember, it will save the we will save the user choice on the browser storage, so we won't ask him again. And now because I have chosen MetaMask for the wallet, it automatically selects MetaMask and connects to it, and now it is connected to the onboard.js has connected to my MetaMask here. But we can design a button here, for example, in profile menu. We can design a button to switch wallet, so the user can switch between Torres, MetaMask, or other wallets. But now I can do delegation or other stuff.
Sorry, do you guys hear me?
Yeah. Now.
I just shared my screen to show that pop-up that let the users to choose between the wallets. Here's the first time with the onboard.js, it asked me to choose between these 2 wallets. Rami just selects MetaMask and demo this item. I can demo the Taurus, but Lauren, I think you know all the process about the Taurus, but I just want to show that what we have right now, after the Ramin's demo, I can show this to you. Thank you. Go ahead, Rami.
Let me share it again.
You want me to? Okay.
Right now, I wanted to demo Torres, and it needs to the Torres needs to contacts with my Gmail. I wanted to demo Torres, but Monique, if you want, you can demo it. You can demo Torres.
Okay, just give me a second to bring my mobile.
Torres is more slower than MetaMask because MetaMask is an extension on the browser, but Torres needs to connect to the Gmail or Twitter every time, and so it is a little slower, I think. And I think MetaMask UX and user experience and is better, and I think MetaMask is user friendlier. Yes.
Yeah. So, do you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Here is we have developed the user was asked to choose between these two wallets. If I choose Taurus, waiting for Taurus. Do you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we see it. It's just loading.
Sorry, I have to refresh the page. I just select Taurus. And it's still not responding. I don't know why. Yeah. But you know, because we didn't design, it's just on develop. An icon appears here and said me you have to log in. If I put in here, it asks me my continue with Google. Ask for my email address. Ask for and also the two-step verification process. I confirm it on my mobile. It just detect my device. I skip this step right now. I cancel the password stuff. And you know, here it's loading. He knows me, you know, because with this Gmail, I made an you know, profile here, but I name it Meteorus, Motorist. But if you don't have, it shows a sign up button here. You can easily click on that and make your profile. But the interesting thing here is just you can see your the wallet address. The wallet address is dedicated to that Gmail address, and I can easily copy this address and go to profile. Oh no, before that I have to log in with admin. Sorry, develop with Giveth profile. And I paste that address. I can easily sign. I have to sign in as an admin and give that user and a role. I just want to give that Taurus wallet address campaign manager. So this user, Brave meters, has the ability to make campaigns. When I go to Giveth, you can see that I can make it's just have a wallet address, a Taurus wallet address, but it can easily start campaign here and stuff. This is what can I show you on Brave, but right now on Develop, we don't implement it to change the wallet manually. We have to, just clear cache. Sorry. We have to just clear cache. And after that, if we go to develop.giveth.io, I want to demo at the first step. If I select the ring B instead of Taurus wallet. I'm still waiting for info. Oh, sorry. Give us that. Let's see. Yeah. If I choose MetaMask here, it's like what we had before. We can do all of the things here with my MetaMask. But that part of onboard.js, I just want to show you. It's all we have on Develop right now. We as a team don't suggest we release it tomorrow because we have Medium posts and might have some visits, and that experience is a little bit bad here. But we just have your opinions, your communication opinions, and all of the stakeholders' opinions about it. There is what we done. Ramin, can you demo all the other stuff that you did during this sprint, or it's just what you did? I think we demo last sprint we demo these items. We put a profile and all of these items in this menu together, and we add counters here to show how many, for example, delegations or communities this user have. If I change the account, it's easily show, for example, this user is just campaign owner. It shows how many items this user have. And if we, do you have anything to add, Rami?
There were some tiny issues that most of my time in the last week was dedicated to implementing onboard.js, but the other things I do was some bug fixing, include changing recipient address problem, that it has some problems, and we had some problems on subscriptions. That I fixed it, and some other tiny issues.
Thank you. Mohammed, can I ask you please to demo what you did
Yeah.
shortly in 7 minutes? Thank you.
Sure. Do you have my screen, guys?
Yeah.
The main thing we had in the last sprint was integrating our project with third-party services like Segment, like Sentry, and like that. For Sentry, we had two integration. One of them was crash reporting. After the integration, that as you see, we have some. Every crash that happens in our server would report to the Sentry, and Sentry inform us with email. For example, in here we had we used owner.email, but owner was null, so we got error. And in this case, we can issue this and fix without reporting someone. And there was some other use cases that the Sentry report us. For example, I changed the username and password of our MongoDB in the config, and after restarting our application, the application didn't connect to Mongo, and the Sentry sent us Mongo error, authentication failed. So if anything happens for our MongoDB, Sentry would inform us. It was the crash reporting part of Sentry, but in the monitoring part, if you see here, we can see the services that how the response time for every services and the average of services. For example, for campaigns finds, you can see more than 50% of requests was more than 50% of responses has the time lower than 2 seconds, and more than 95% has more 4 seconds. And we will see that campaign services has a big response time, a lot of it takes, and we can improve them. But in the other hand, for some services like whitelist, if you see, we have a very good TPS because it has no query to Mongo or something like that. So it will show us all the thing about the monitoring, and it says us how much of our request comes from REST, how much it comes from Socket.io, and something like that. And the other integration that we had was a segment that Amin implemented that, but I can show it. I mean, it's okay. I show it. As you see here, we have implemented segment. Segment is actually in front end. It's an analytics, and the front end should send the analytics data to segment. But because the Brave blocked analytics services, we did something cool. For browsers. For Brave browser, we send the analytics request to our feeders. Our backend send the data to segment. For the other browsers like Chrome, the browser directly send the events for analytics. And you can see we have some page events. If we visit a page, should emit an event for page. For example, if you see here, I go to campaigns and Ranger test campaign, and you can see here the event will come in a few seconds. Oh wow, why? I think it has some delay.
For me, it was showing up when I actually did a backend event that was affiliated with it, and then all of the front-end calls would come with it.
Sorry, it was...
So if I went on that campaign that you were just on, and I made a donation to it, when that backend event fires, then all of the front-end events would come with it in like a batch. That's what I noticed when I was testing. We get them, but it doesn't happen in real time.
Okay, I got it. But it has been tested and it's okay. But maybe you can see.
Oh, there it is.
It's now
Okay.
yeah. As Mitch said, it comes as batch. So it's our segment, but it needs some more reformat for the events data that we send. Mitch suggested some good ideas for sending just useful fields and not everything that we had. But it will be implemented in next sprint. And another thing that we had was Elasticsearch. I showing a short demo last week, but I should show you a little because we deploy Elasticsearch today for the production. It was on develop. The cause that we implemented Elasticsearch was because we had some issues. For example, a few months ago, some users has been changed their name, and we didn't have any idea why this user's names has been changed. Giveth maybe remember that, but so we decided to implement some services to log every change on entities. For example, if user create, patch, or anything, we should log it. So if we had a problem, we face a problem, we can track that when this user field has been changed. For example, in production entities, I add some filter for entity types is users or is not events. Events are a lot, so I exclude it. I can create a table here. I change the time interval for last 24 hours. So, and I changed I should add another. Sorry for taking too much for demo. Sorry, guys. So as you see, for example, I would filter my user address to see what happens to him. As you see, I changed my username to Muhammad Ranbazi, change for demo when about 3 hours ago, and it logs here. And after that, it's a call that user calls. It's a call after transaction will be mine, and it's the second call that I change back my name to my real name. And you see the user send this real data and the fields change. And we have this data for every important entities like communities, terraces, campaigns, or something like that. And we have some cool dashboards here too. I create some dashboards in Kibana. So if you come here, you see that 66% of update data were for users, and other than the 33% of others has for terraces. We had 16% creates. It's because I just created one terraces and I removed that. So we here, and for donations we have here. So for example, it's for production, the left, the right side is for develop. So for develop, we can say every patch that happens is for donations, and after that communities, and after that terraces. It's cool to see this data and analyze that. The first step was gathering this data, but the second step and the most important step is how we should learn how we use this data for business decisions, for debugging and something like that. And maybe we should change something and gather some more data, or gather less data. It's something that we should do in further. So it's the third-party integrations that we had, and we had another thing. We implemented an API for the Giveth usage. It was under develop, but after today release, it's on the production. So Mateo can call this service and get verified campaigns, and we should return all campaigns that are verified. It's I just changed this campaign manually to verified true in our database, but we can change something there. And
details of the
sorry, what?
And also the details of campaign that you provide.
Yeah. And it's the detail of campaigns, and Mateo can call it and get list of that, and with the slug of campaign, it can fetch info for just one campaign. Sorry for taking too long. It was our demo, and I should stop sharing my screen.
Thank you. I just want to have a quick review for the current sprints that we have. Take a look together at the board. As you see, we have some story points, some issues in progress and a sprint backlog. But if we take a look at the roadmap, at July, we have to start the monitoring and security stuff, and also the Giveth.io integration. And, at the 1st of August, we have to start the bridge stability and Giveth integration and project verification and stuff, the professional improvements, I mean. And if we take a look at what we did during this sprint, if we assume about done, it's a very good statistics, very good performance. We did almost 100 story points during this sprint, and most of them are related to monitoring stability and Giveth. It's just was very related to our mission and our roadmap. And if we assume that the UAT, just putting issues in the UAT is kind of done, we have more performance here. Get back to the board and show you all of these things in the done. As you see, the Giveth and trace integration. This it's a bug. It is analytics integration, analytics, monitoring, and monitoring. Yeah. The most things that we done during this sprint was related to our roadmap. And I just want to take a look at what new issues about the bugs that's mostly Griff reported. I just have these two in the UAT. We assume there is done, but I need your confirmation. You asked that this cancel trace refund to the campaign, and Mohammed said yes, it was refunded, and we just make sure there is none. I think there is.
Yeah, I think it can be close. Yeah.
Okay.
You confirm that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for.
I did not confirm myself. I don't really know how to confirm. I trust you guys.
Thank you.
It's a little too complicated. There's so many random, donations there. So
So
I think this can be closed for sure.
this can be closed. Accidentally made a second.
Yeah. I did test this and it worked great. Thank you, Amin, or whoever fixed it.
Thank you. And just take a look at the bugs. I think there is no bug that you reported. People are still discussing. And I think Mohammed just had an issue, but it said it needs more work to done. I just want to make sure that it's a clear, or we have grooming about it tomorrow. For example, Wednesday. But if you have something to add, for example, description and stuff, it'd be appreciated.
Yeah, it was a little unclear. I had an Ampere, but I found out that it was unrelated to this issue. Maybe.
Okay, we can discuss it on Wednesday and decide on what we have to be done. And what about this item? Group, do you have anything to add for this item, for making it more clear?
Can you scroll up a little bit? What is this? Oh yeah. This was weird. I was trying to accept a trace, and then it didn't accept it. I got an error or something. And then I refreshed the page, and then I tried it again, and it didn't work again. And then I refreshed the page, and then it worked the third time. So I don't know. I reported the error, but God, I have no idea. This might just be like, hopefully it happens again. I tried to document it the best that I could, but I'm not sure. It might have also been happening, I made a lot of these errors when our Rinkeby node wasn't working, or when it was on the wrong, I assume it was on the wrong chain or something.
Okay. We'll take a look. If you have some questions from group, you can ask here in this meeting, guys. But if you don't have, I can move to another issue.
I guess after the issues we had today and group had issues, we may have to move to stronger servers and start and put some effort on optimizing our backend. The stuff that Mohammed did about measuring the response time of requests is very great. It's valuable information about which queries take more time on our server, and we should optimize those. And most of these issues that we have are, updating the backend, patching, putting some data there, and if they are not working, it means that there are our backend is not strong enough. And then improving resources, it should be measured. You should measure and then improve best hardware, improving the code. They are all the stuff that maybe Mohammed would be mainly responsible for.
Okay, thank you. So let's go to analytical stuff. I just keep it here. These things that you guys are discussing about it. And an hour ago, Mohammed was an update here that is implemented in. Here you can test it locally or wait after PR has been merged. What do you say, Mitch? I think we can release we deploy this version for tomorrow, and you guys, have your Medium post, etc. And we have to work on it during this sprint to make it complete. I think it's be better that we don't block you. What's your opinion?
I don't think this is a blocker. It works as is. It's just needs to be optimized. So I don't think this is a blocker for launch.
And so, Lauren, what do you think? Do you see the whole user journey of the onboard.js and Taurus? The awful thing that we have on Taurus, it's if user opens a new window or refresh the page, it just required to do all of these process that the user had. I prefer not to go live with this onboard.js stuff right now. But what do you think?
I think that we don't need to go live with the onboard.js stuff to launch it with the way that we have it with comms right now, especially since the people who are going to be onboarding campaigns would first have to be verified and then go through a mean. So it's we have time anyways before there's going to be a time when Taurus users are really going to be adding campaigns onto Trace after we launch. But I think it would be good to at least announce it and then be bringing more people to the site and bringing more givers.
Yeah, but I just promised Forest, and I think actually that in the 12th of July we had this option. I don't know why they need an exact date for this onboard.js stuff. It's just related to verifying the project. I think it's all manual. You can do all these things, and it's not be a blocker.
Yeah, I think they were just asking for clarity because we were discussing in comms if maybe this would be a blocker, but I don't think it's a blocker at all. So I think they were asking regarding comms, but it doesn't really matter. We have time to get onboard.js working well on live, even if we launch.
Yeah, so we meet our promises. It's live on develop, but it needs more redesign, testing, and making sure that it's working best. And about the security, I have to just update you that we nominate a team to test all of the issues that we might have on live and develop, and tell us to make new user stories for them. I will start it this week and let you guys know about it. And that's all I have right now. We have just 15 minutes if you have some issues, opinions, and stuff, we can discuss it.
Yeah, I just had a comment around the analytics because it looked really, really awesome the way that Mohammed set it up, so that we can capture the front end stuff and have it show up on Segment, which we couldn't do before because of the Brave shields. And so, Giveth IO is really struggling to get that happening just because they're lacking the dev resources. So it would be really awesome if Mohammed could somehow get in there and figure out how to make that happen on the other dApp. Of course, working with Mateo and,
I missed the government meeting, but I just think, what do you think about mixing these two meetings together? We just have one meeting in a week for the whole trace. No, we need just to invite Mateo and Carlos to this meeting, or we can discuss these two things together, and it's really perfect.
I think when Trace is done and launched, then we can look into maybe integrating, because we're going to be integrating anyway. But right now, it feels like they're two separate things. But I think maybe in the next month,
Okay. So we don't have the admin resource for or next sprint. This sprint we just having for reviewing PRs, but it's but without the help of Amy, the serious help of Amy, we did 100 story points during this sprint, and it's awful. Really appreciate it, and it's very perfect. Really appreciate Mohammed and Ramin for their great work. And
Dinner you promised.
sorry.
The dinner you promised.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will send it to you. Because of coronavirus, we can't have gathering, but I'll send it to you. So at the next sprint, we just start working on these issues. Let me share my screen again. Sorry. Yeah, I nominate these items to go. We have sent interaction. Some of the central interaction are also remained. One of them are just, monitoring the external endpoints, disconnectivities or issues. For example, if they were to, response a little bit long, we can understand it and monitor it. And also, we love to have the notifications, the certain and very important notifications in Discord. These two items remained from the Sentry, and we have some bugs here, and the source map for Sentry is a requirement from Mohammed that help us very well to understand the exact bug reporting in the Sentry, and it's kind of front end work. It's a thing that Griff raised, research and confirm the block size and Rigby and see if we can fit more plays into transaction. We have grooming for it on Wednesday, but if you want to ask something and have discussions, short discussions, you can do it right now.
I'll just say I don't have enough information to tell you anything. What I do know is that on Rinkeby, with 1559 now implemented, the block size, the way block size has been managed has changed. So we would need to research it. I think that there's a 78% chance that we could have a huge block size limit. But there's a 22% chance that things will fail if it's over half of the blocks. I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure that we can just pay a lot of extra gas. And if we pay a lot of extra gas, then we can have like twice the block size that we had before. But do DYOR, I don't understand. I have not put the time to fully comprehend the changes to block size in 1559.
Mohammed, do you have any ideas? Do you have any questions? Any thoughts?
The one simple solution is to just, we try to change our limit. We have some we have configured the number of plays that can be involved in some delegation. When you delegate, you are moving money from campaigns plays like accounts to another place. So in delegation, you cannot involve more than infinite amount of accounts plays. That's the technical. So I will tell you in the daily, not here.
Thank you. And another thing that's the add Sentry to Giveth bridge. Can we do it or?
Yeah, Giveth bridge is broken again, or at least we have some payments that didn't go through.
Can we do it? Mohammed, it's clear.
it needs some research. I just, as I said before, that I came across a feature from Infura. I don't know how it works. They say that we can promise that you send a transaction. Currently, Bridge see the gas price out there. Make a transaction with a standard gas price to make it happen in maybe 3 minutes. But if suddenly gas price goes up, your transaction will not be done for a long time, and maybe it's omitted from mempool of guest servers. Maybe I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't happen for our wallet, but it happens for Ringpay.
Well, I have to imagine that our node, our transaction manager, whatever is doing it, is replacing the nonce, and the transactions get replaced, because otherwise it would block the bridge. So he must be doing something to avoid. Do you remember maybe a year and a half ago, something similar like this happened, but then the bridge was ground to a halt and it couldn't send anymore? Do you remember that?
Clearly, sorry.
It's okay. Well, in the past, there were issues where, oh my God, the gas just went up, and so now this transaction with a 5 gig away, it won't go through ever, and that means no transactions will go through. It's just like a 50 transaction pile up, But then when I think we changed something where it's like, hey, if this transaction doesn't go through after maybe, I'm guessing, I have no idea, but maybe it's like if it doesn't go through after like 10 minutes and there's more transactions, start replacing the nonce. But for sure, the nonce got replaced.
You're right.
Maybe we can have discussion with Bowen to make it more clear, the stuff that happened, or maybe. Okay. And look at these items. Pen test, DB connection. I think most of DB connection is resolved during this sprint. External endpoints, as I mentioned, and prevent get rate DDoS attack, prevent trace proposal DDoS, and create campaign view in Giveth IO. That I think it is. We've done it because from the service of the Muhammad. But we have to make sure that it meets the Mato's needs. And here are some other issues. I'm not sure about this, but I just want to ask Amin about it. Implement global providers for entities. It's related to love UI streaming on all transaction. But we can discuss it later.
Yeah, I think it's a technical refactor.
Mm-hmm. And we have this old design for dashboard here. It might be interesting for Ramin. I just put it in, nominated for doing this at this sprint. If you
What
have
about
any
the counters? We have counters.
We add counters after that, but it just for this item, for and the whole stuff here. But I appreciate if you have any question, just leave us a comment here. I ask you to ask your question if it's not clear. I just nominate this for the coming sprint, and that's it. If you have something to add in these 2 minutes, appreciate it. Thanks everyone. Thanks for your great work. You have a very good sprint. Wow, 103 points. It's very good. If you can, save this, performance, it will be great. No, but it makes my responsibility very hard to have a very good, clear, fresh, backlog for you guys, and I'm working on it. And thank you, thanks, Lauren. We have the last. We're gonna have the last version tomorrow, and you can announce it tomorrow whenever you want.
Yeah.
Yay!
That's great news.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Yeah.
Have a good day, guys. Thank you. I need your feedback on, onboard JS and stuff, because we're missing Marco. We have to design something on our own and edit accept to the project. I do need your feedback, especially the comps thing. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.